And so in the spirit of experimentation, I'm going to follow along and truly lean into the Danielle Steel thing. Hi, and welcome to an experiment, a late night experiment. It's currently 10:12 p.m. on Wednesday, April 20th, and I am what the kids call a bit of a rut. I haven't been practicing, I haven't been writing, and last week I did an experiment. I did 5 songs in like 5 hours, 5 songs in 5 sprints, 5 songs in a day. I don't know what I titled it exactly, but I did do that. So my goal right now is to get out of this funk by trying another experiment and making writing fun. And today we are going to be trying Danielle Steele's writing routine. Now, if you don't know who Danielle Steel is, she's one of I would say one of the 3 romance novelists that you definitely recognize the name of. There's definitely been Lifetime movies, you see them at the supermarket. And in looking for nighttime routines, I found this one. So here are the steps that I'm going to attempt to do today for Danielle Steel. I'm sure she hates that. Danielle Steele's writing routine. Number 1, she makes herself a cup of herbal tea. Number 2, she pins her hair up. And number 3, she sets herself down in front of a vintage typewriter and hammers away at her manuscript. She usually, number 4, starts at 11 and writes into the early hours of the morning. So that's what we are going to do today. To set up, I'm going to wash my hair, do a shower, make a cold herbal tea because it is not time for a hot tea right now. And instead of hammering away at the typewriter, I am going to be hammering away at my Yamaha keyboard. The goal of tonight is to ideate these 2 songs that I have left, Que Está Pasando Aquí, which is my 96,000 number, and Climbing, which I'm thinking right now is going to be a duet between Nick and Megan or Megan solo. And then go back and revise Café con Leche and this Megan Alejandra duet. Now, there is something to be said about the fact that I'm going to be hammering away at my piano late at night, so I'm definitely going to be very soft, try not to wake my neighbors, sing in a very kind of soft voice, see how that affects the writing process, and just in general vibe for as long as I can. I haven't done any work today. I have had kind of a day, so this will be the first time I sit down and work and write today. And so with that, let's jump into this Danielle Steel writing experiment and see how it goes. Also, let me know who I should do next, because I really need to find a writing routine and I need a couple of tries, so help your girl out. Time for a shower. It is currently 11, totally showered, waiting for my hair to dry, wearing my PJs and a big comfy sweater. My tea is infusing, so right now I'm gonna light a candle, move the piano, and start writing as I wait for my tea to infuse, and then obviously put my hair up. You ask with such naivete, as if nothing that you've done has, as if everything you've ever done has only ever been for yourself, for yourself. Megan, you talk as if you've only ever done everything for yourself. No parental obligation on yourself. But I don't have your luxury. All right, we are now officially an hour in. It is midnight on the 21st, and my hair is up. My hair is very clean, but it's not the prettiest right now. I don't even know if that was a good angle. But in terms of Café con Leche, I have to change those post-its, which I think is the next thing I will do. I have an opening verse that I like that rhymes, and then I have the bit that Tomás is gonna sing, which is going to kind of give Alejandra the motivation to be like, okay, well, if this is the only thing I can do to keep my father's place alive, then here's my dream. I think now that I've leaned into the fact that Tomás is going to be in the show and his presence is going to be seen and felt, and it's going to be this magical realism thing where people are going to know he's dead, but like we don't know he's dead until later, because I definitely want him in the opening number and being there. I've also realized kind of the I Want song. It's the I inherited his vision and I made it my mission to make it true as you do when your dad's gone. I think that that's the biggest I Want song vibe that I need. Now I'm answering the here's my dream portion. I know that Café con Leche is going to start off really small, maybe a little bit of a love duet between Megan and Alejandra, where, you know, I have Alejandra asking her like, can I trust you with my heart, because this isn't just business, and that slowly makes Megan turn. I'm having an easier time writing this little section during this experiment, but because it's midnight and it's late and it's quiet, I'm having a hard time writing the next part, which is supposed to be very rambunctious, and you know, it's supposed to be like her going like, and I want this and I want that and this and this and this and ba-da-da-da-da-ba-ba and café con leche ba-da-da-da-da. Is how I imagined it, like a ba-da-ba. Not to quote Dua Lipa there, but I think it's definitely going to be a call and response with everyone in the shop and starting maybe in the office, and you know, Megan essentially taking her hand and walking her from like, you know, the closet and taking her outside and being like, tell me what you want, and I want this and I want that. But I am having an easy time leaning into kind of the quieter, more intimate feeling. So I think I'm done with this one for now. I like this much better, and now I also have a thing that I want for the I Want song, so that's pretty good. I'm still trying to decide what the next song to tackle would be. Yeah, I think the compromise is a scene. So I think this is the next song. This is kind of where the intro between Alejandra and Megan would be, and it would start intimate with them, and then having the friends and everyone kind of comment on it here. And then I do think Climbing is where I should go next, because this is the song that turns Megan to reach out to Alejandra. I don't know, I'm also, okay, this is kind of a plot twist. So right now I have 7 songs, 8 scenes that I have. And so far in End of Play, I haven't actually written any scenes, any connective tissue. I've just been really focusing on the kernels of each song. Now, I think I've written the kernels for 7 right now, 8 if I include the compromise thing that I wrote, which means that I have 6 scenes that I could write where I have some basic lyric ideas, and I could actually put into a new final draft document. Oh, there's been an update. Might as well install that now. But yeah, I'm kind of getting the vibe to actually write the manuscript for the show. Ideally, what I wanted to do is wanted to wait until I'd written all the songs in Act 1 and then read through my previous Act 1 from my draft 0 of Café con Leche and see what dialogue I could salvage. but I am really feeling inspired by like the fact that it's midnight and that it's quiet and I can put some music in the background and just kind of chill and type and go based off of my outline, since it's so clean now. Like I could literally just sit down and write all the notes that I have in here and put it into actual scenes. And so in the spirit of experimentation, I'm going to follow along and truly lean into the Danielle Steel thing. I have my hair up, I have my herbal, and I have not a fancy typewriter, but I do have a separate pink keyboard that I use all the time that I bought just to write. So this is kind of like my typewriter. Let's lean into that and do it. I'll check in with you, I guess, in an hour or two, or if an update happens. Currently 2 in the morning. Both the herbal tea and the bun have come down, and let me catch you up on what I've done. Now, it's been very interesting so far. I think I've been writing for about 3 hours. Throughout the entire time since I stopped playing on the piano, I have been listening to As It Was by Harry Styles. It is my hyperfixation song at the moment. I love it. It literally scratches my brain so good. Now, I have the opening scene of the show. I've written about 2 pages of the show and have moved my song, or at least the working version of it that I have that I wrote for John for the opening number, which is Un Cafecito para los Tres, which I wrote on day 1 of End of Play. And I'm slowly moving that here and mixing it with the scene that needs to happen. It's Saturday, Alejandra's a freshman in high school. You know, this is definitely a flashback. Even though the audience at this point doesn't know that that's what it is. You know, it's young Alejandra. I have Alejandra here, but this is young Alejandra. Anyway, I'm loving the vibe. It's gonna kind of be a bit of a cold open. I don't really remember how musicals open now. They usually start with a song and it'll be some underscoring. It'll be, you know, a little hectic thing. It's Saturday, Alejandra's coming back from a study session at the library with her friends, and maybe it'll be Natalie and Michelle, who knows. But I have this gift that I want Tomas to give to Rosa to signify kind of his vision, his dream. And I found what I want it to be. It's un set de 4 tazas de greda y cobre para café espresso. This is a Chilean place called Chile a Mano, which makes all of these artisanal cups. And Chile is known for their copper, so this is almost like one of the best ways to drink espresso with Chilean copper, which I think is pretty cool. So I think Tomas getting that as a gift for Rosa is like I know you miss home and I wanted to get you something nice, but also like, what if we opened up like a little pit stop here, and you know, like, what if that was our dream? Like, we already came so far, let's build a new dream now. All in all, it's been pretty good. I am starting to get sleepy, and I don't know what the internet or what Danielle Steel considered the wee hours of the morning. So I am going to Google it right now. Okay, so this is what it says. The wee hours definition: the first few hours after midnight. An example of wee hours are the hours between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. So we just hit 2. And now I'm trying to decide if I want to go till 3 a.m. because Danielle Steel does not drink caffeine. She has herbal tea, which is what I had. I think I'm gonna write till 3 o'clock or until the end of this scene, whichever comes first, and you'll know before I do. I have to say, I'm starting to get sleepy. The pup. Let me show you the pup. Poor thing. Is keeping me company, but he is grumpy as hell that I'm here. Look at him. He won't even make eye contact with me. Little boy. His eyes are open, but he's just like, no, you're making me lay here instead of being in our bed. Now I'm feeling pretty guilty about keeping him out here. All right, I'm gonna go get a snack. And then we will get back to writing. So see you on the other side. It's now 3:01 a.m. I have 6 pages of this scene and a dilemma. Oof, it's late. The bun is gone, but my hair is dry. So let's wrap up. In terms of the show, I'm reaching the dilemma of, is this a musical? Is this a play with songs? My opening scene is very heavy in dialogue right now, and I need to have a more compelling opening number because this is a fucking musical. But I love the dialogue that I have here so much. It feels very real and grounded, and the lyrics that I had from my first version of this song are a lot that there's just a lot of material I can use. Now, my thoughts on the experiment. There's been some vlogs where I've stayed up late and written, but I usually try and write earlier in the day as well. So I've never left all my writing to the night, kind of how I did right now, because it's 3 in the morning. But this was like a very nice little change of routine. So here are my 2 thoughts. The first is that it made me shower, it made me like wash my hair, make some really delicious herbal tea. So, in those ways, it's like really, really good. And it also, I just had like a very bad PMS-y day today. I know it's TMI, but it actually helped in terms of having this routine to look forward to and being like, okay, well, I do have this writing time at night that I'm going to be able to feel productive. Even if right now I'm not feeling like I've done anything today, I'm definitely going to be doing something tonight. And just kind of the aesthetic of it, the image of it, of just like setting out with my little keyboard and writing and reading and stuff, it just kind of gave me the time. And it's really quiet right now. Everyone is asleep but me and Jack, who is desperately trying to get me to go to bed. And it's lovely. It's really, really lovely. Unfortunately though, I don't think that this is a routine that I can do consistently, especially for the piano writing part, because the reason I did it tonight is because my husband is currently on a work trip and he's not here. And so I was thinking, okay, what can I do to kind of fight sleeping, because it's really hard when you're used to sleeping with someone. It's really hard to sleep alone, even with my cute little pup. So I definitely tried this experiment knowing that I would have this gap to do it at night and not interrupt it, because I feel like if I were to play piano or type or check in with the vlog or come up with like a major thing, or like I need to sit down and bang out something on the piano, my husband has work at like 6 in the morning. He wakes up at 5. I'm not gonna be the reason why he doesn't get a good night's sleep. And sometimes I do stay up all night and type and stuff, but he also, he's used to sleeping with me, so it also like hinders his sleep. So I think it's a bit of like working with your partner and working within like the fact that like, even though this is a writing routine just for you, if you're not single or if you have kids or something, like it's going to affect the people around you and the animals around you. And I just, take that into consideration as well. Also, the little pup, he is very sleepy. He wants to go to bed, and but he doesn't want to be apart from me. He wants to make sure that I'm safe, and the loyal pup that he is. So I think something that I did like is the washing of the hair, the changing of the clothes, you know, the pinning up of the hair, the herbal tea. I love that. I love that it feels like a part of a routine and like this is me time. And you know, I've been getting better at that. I've been making like my cup of coffee every morning, so I definitely think I can kind of carry that aspect to it. Also, this herbal tea recipe I made today, definitely going to do that. It's a little bit of apple juice and then orange something based in like cold infuser herbal tea. It was actually really tasty, and I really like grew to like it. Also, I think the showering when I'm feeling meh is a good idea, because I would not have thought about this, because usually when I'm like in a funk, I'll just like kind of lay there. So those are things that I will take forward with me, but definitely not the hours. I actually enjoyed working from 11 to 1. I think that would be like ideal prime real estate for me, maybe 12 to 2. But I do have to say that working this late means that I am less in my head. And so like I'm just writing a lot of ideas without the fear, because like the fear of, God, this needs to be more musical is in my head, but it's not stopping me from writing the dialogue. Whereas I feel like if I had attempted to do this in the morning, that would have happened, because like right now I'm so tired. I can't, my inner critic just can't, there's no will there, no will left. And so with that, this wraps up my Danielle Steel writing routine experiment. Let me know which writing routine I should try next. This was a very fun experiment, but it's 3:10 now and I'm sleepy, so I'm heading to bed. Hope you're not watching this at the time I'm recording it. And so with that, bye. Have a good night, y'all.